was there a defining point that you decided that you were going to take drugs, that you wanted to get that extra sort of edge, if you like, on your competitors?
Well, that decision was based on me being inexperienced, being impatient, not really being the individual that wanted to wait for the results to come. You know, I was so used to being successful and winning and winning and winning that when I got to the senior stage where I was competing with the rest of the guys in the world that were better than me, I took it badly. So I thought, I know I can beat them, but there's something else they're doing that's not working out here. I had no proof, but I had an inkling that something weren't right.
Really?
So it just basically boiled down to a decision where my meeting with Victor, it just merely opened my eyes.
And how did that meeting happen? Did he approach you?
He approached me. We was away in Miami training, and when I told the story, I say it was like a genie. He just literally popped out of nowhere. And you hear stories about this, but you never actually believe it, and that's exactly how it happened.
Really?
Just literally popped out of nowhere with a bag in his hand.
No.
And that was that.
And what, just presented this idea to you as a way?
He spoke to me, and he explained to me that he's had his eye on me for a while, and he believes that I've got what it takes to be the next best sprinter in the world. So with an offer like that, I was just like, okay. You know, I was a bit scared and dubious, naturally. But the offer of going from number 5 in the world to being number 1 in the world, it was a no-brainer, really.
I mean, you say no-brainer, but the way he was going to elevate you to that position was illegal. So how much sort of debating did you do with yourself? How much kind of soul-searching did you do?
A hell of a lot. And my initial reasons for going to America were just to train. You know, I had no idea what kind of situation I was getting myself into. I had no idea. If I could have seen my future in the crystal ball, I would have never gone down that route. But, you know, it was fun at the time, but, you know, ultimately it helped, you know, ruin my career.
What impressed you about him that made you want to follow
this
route that he'd planned
out for you? It was not something much that what impressed me. I was taken on board by him because he probably I felt as though he became more of a father figure to me.
Right.
Yes, I grew up with my stepfather, but it just wasn't the same. The relationship with me and him just clicked.
Really?
And we got on really well, and I was able to speak to him in ways I was never able to speak to any of my fathers, or my real dad or my stepdad. So it just helped to have someone there to speak to about my situation.
And yet you knew that what he was doing was essentially wrong, so...
Well, I knew nothing about him prior.
Right.
And once I'd taken that first drop, it was already too late. We was already stuck. So I then worried constantly about whether, if I'd come off, what would happen to me? Would I get even slower? Because I was almost somewhat dependent upon it.
Right.
And I saw the results I was getting, so there's no way I could have come off. I was just already in too deep, so there's nothing I could really do.
What did he say to you? Did he say, you won't get caught?
Well, I was led to believe that, firstly, he assured that what was taken was undetectable, so, you know, there was no way of us ever getting caught. So that, again, played on my mind for a while, but then after I'd passed numerous tests, then I thought, okay, I'm in the clear. So
you passed a load of tests whilst you were on the stuff, and it was THG,
Yeah.
right? How did you administer the drug? I heard that you injected it into your tongue.
No, it weren't that. I ain't no junkie.
that.
No, that's
I
what
heard
was
your tongue
reported.
got all fat. And
No, you literally have a syringe, but it's minus the needle.
Right.
So you're not injecting anything whatsoever.
So how do you get it into your body?
You droplets under your tongue.
Right.
That's how it's
Under the tongue.
under the
I
tongue.
can see how the Chinese whispers escalated.
There
now.
you go.
Right,
There
got
you go. And that's how it was administered. And you have cream that you put on your arm.
Right.
So, you know, the protocol that we was on was very sophisticated.
Yeah.
Things had to be taken at certain times in order to get certain results. So,
Right.
but again, I was young. I was impatient.
Are you still in contact with Victor?
On an educational basis, the information I received from Victor is just mutually for UK sport and giving education to kids in schools.
What I want to understand from you is your regret ever doing it, or is your regret getting caught?
Ever doing it. Because
Really?
what I've done, I could have done naturally anyway. You know, I guess as you get older, you take a little bit more time, you become a little bit more patient. You know, you wait for things to come in their own time. I wasn't prepared to do that.
How did you
what
feel?
made life difficult for me was looking at people in their face and lying to them.
Right.
That felt wrong. And again, although there was a lots of smiles in front of the camera, deep down inside, it was heart-wrenching for me.
Yeah.
But again, it was the decision I made, and you know, something that I ultimately regret now. But again, I'm using my experiences to better improve myself and deter others from going on the same road that I have.